why? I'm gonna get straight to the point. The reason we are leaving my in-laws' house and the reason we're going back to the mountains is because I'm not myself. I am not myself when I'm surrounded by people. And only in my 20s, late 20s, I've realized that I'm an introvert. I am an introvert. Now, let me tell you more about the reason I don't feel good around people here, even though I'm home. My in-laws' house is like my house, and we're just like, this is my boyfriend's house. We've been living here for the past almost 2 years. It's my home. We're building a house next to theirs. Like, we're gonna get back here into this beautiful, beautiful valley called Dreznica. But I'm an introverted empath and I can feel everybody's emotions. Now, don't get me wrong. Never even thought of my in-laws being bad people. No, I'm not saying that. But they have different life values and I have different life values. And I'm an empath and I can feel what they feel. They love me. They would kill for me. At least I think so. But my energy's too much for people. That's for sure. I'm an extroverted introvert, probably an ambivert, that's what you call it. So when it comes to my time, I really want to be spending it alone because just naturally feels good. The second reason I want to be spending time alone is because I can feel everybody's emotions in this house and I'm sick and tired of it. Okay? I escaped my home a few years ago, lived alone in the mountains, met my boyfriend, and then my boyfriend was like, let's go back to my place, and we got back to his place. I adored it because it was still countryside, it was still nature, but there was something missing, and that was my free time, alone time, solitude time, the time that I spent chopping the wood. If I were living alone at the moment, I would wake up whenever I wake up and then I would go chop some wood and I would enjoy it. I enjoy doing these tasks around the house. But here, if I sleep until 9 a.m., my mother-in-law is already on her feet, already did everything around the house, and there's nothing left for me to do. And I can't tell her no because she loves doing stuff around the house too. I'm sorry, I have ADHD, so I jump from one topic to another, from one reason to another, without even finishing the first one. Okay, so let's go back to the basics. I'm an empath, and I can feel everybody's emotions. Therefore, I can feel that my energy in this house is too much. My dance ritual, my music ritual, me meditating. People here are not used to seeing people meditate. Me spending time outside as long as I want, and then getting back here and being like, oh, now you're gonna get sick. Please don't tell me that I'm gonna get sick because I don't want to know. I don't want to bother my mind with irrelevant stuff. If I get sick, I get sick. Okay, I'll take care of it. I just feel that there's an opinion to every single thing that I do, and I can't stand witnessing it. I'm not saying that I care about opinions. I just can't stand witnessing them. So every morning, while I'm making my coffee, I put my headphones on and I dance to my favorite songs while I'm making coffee. And that's my way of waking my body up. And I just feel good. I don't do it as a planned thing. I do it naturally. That's me. It has always been me. But here in this house, every time I turn around, nobody's staring at me, but I feel like they were, like a second before I turned. Thinking, okay, cute, she's cute. even she's cute is, no, I don't want to feel it. Don't tell me shit, because I'm not trying to be cute. I'm just living my life. As I'm editing this video, my mother-in-law just got back from a daily walk with my boyfriend's auntie. And his father's in the house. And my dog heard their voice. And my dog started barking out of happiness. Like, oh, they're back. And my boyfriend's father, every single time my dog barks, he goes like, shut up. Well, he's a dog. Dogs bark. Like, yeah. So I don't say a word, but I just can't stand people telling a dog not to bark while the dog's expressing his emotions. He's not biting on anyone. So these tiny things, I can't wait to have my solitude and no voices around me. Me getting, why didn't you feed your dog yet? when in fact I know that my dog is going to leave the food outside until he feels like eating it. Trust me, I don't know what's up with my dog, but he doesn't eat in the morning. He eats in the afternoon. And a lot of times I would be like, okay, I'm going to put the food outside early in the morning so you can see what my dog does. I put the food outside and he just comes and sniffs it and gets back in the house. And then they complain because village people have nothing to do but complain. Oh, he didn't eat. He didn't. Okay. Sherlock, what am I going to do about that now? I already told you he eats in the afternoon. So all these little things. Is there a name for a person who just want to be doing their thing without anyone saying anything or even seeing anything? Yeah, the second reason is solitude. Solitude is something that I haven't had in 3 years now, ever since I started dating my boyfriend. And even half a year before that, because I moved to my father's mountain hotel because I had nowhere else to go. Had no money back then. And then actually a year before that. So half a year before that, I decided to leave my father's mountain hotel and rent myself a place in the middle of nowhere, bro. And I did rent it, and it was 300 euros or $350 a month. Cheap, I know, but expensive for our place, really expensive. And I remember my father coming and knocking on my damn door crying. And I said, what? And he said, please come to the hotel. Because the hotel is a bit, there are people around it. There are a lot of other houses around the hotel. Just people walking around the mountain, And he came to my rented place begging me to come back. And I said, why? He said, because the wolves are going to eat you here. Yes, I was literally off grid. There was nothing and nobody around that house. And I loved it so much. I did my own wood. It was, I miss it. Look at the smile on my face as I'm talking about it. So he came begging me, and I was still kind of a child in my head. I was 25, but a child here. Because my parents kind of never let me go. That's what happens in Bosnia. People don't let their kids go. Even if I were a man, I would marry and bring my wife to their house. That's what Bosnian guys do. We're not here in my in-laws' house because we got married and decided to live here. No. We're here because there's no other place to go. And I'm very strict on where I want to spend my time. And that's nature. I don't want to go to the city. Me and my boyfriend, we also lived in a city too. He's not that typical Bosnian dude who's going to bring me to his parents' home. No, we lived in the city, but it was my problem that I couldn't spend time in the city. I was depressed. I was so depressed. So he was like, we're going to go to Dreznica, my parents' place, until we build our own, and it's going to be done by the end of the next summer. My father, even though I'm not a dude, had a hard time letting us go. Hard time realizing that we're grown-ups. We get to do whatever the hell we want, live wherever we want. And his excuse was, the wolves are going to eat you. And I told him, I don't leave the house late at night. I don't walk around late at night. Nope. They're going to knock down this door and they're going to eat you. I'm scared. You're alone. There's no houses, no cottages around you at all whatsoever. So as a kid in my mind, I went back to the hotel. I paid for that house, and I didn't even spend 2 days in it. And now we're going back there. January 5th, we're going to have this conversation with the dude who owns the place, and we're going to stay there for a few months in that first house. It's a different house, of course. And then we're going to go to the second house around May or June. May 20th, until our house gets done. And then we're going to move back here into the valley. I still prefer the mountains, and maybe while living there, I'm going to decide not to get back here. Maybe we're going to build our house in the mountains too. So we'll see. I prefer the mountains. I literally prefer the mountains. Solitude is something I've been longing for 3 years now, and something that made my body feel sick. I feel like I need to do hijama. Do you call it hijama? I'm going to do hijama next week. Just because my body got intoxicated by being surrounded by people, surrounded by energies, surrounded by energies. I want to be surrounded by trees and no humans. No matter how good they are, I don't want to be surrounded by them. And I hope that's reasonable. I mean, it is. I get to do whatever the hell I want, right? But like, growth. I'm looking for mental, spiritual growth. Really. So in like 7 days, we're moving. I'm so excited. You wouldn't even believe. And I hope you also are doing whatever your being wants to do. I hope you are not giving yourself any kind of excuses not to do something. Do it for yourself. Literally, your body's gonna suffer. Trust me, I've been here surrounded by people for 3 years and I can feel it in my blood. I can feel it in my blood so much I'm gonna do hijama. I don't know what else to call it. You know, when the toxic part of the blood just gets out of through your skin on your back, you know. So do what you want to be doing. You're not here to live a life by the rules that don't even make sense. And so many people live this life by the rules that they don't know anything about. They don't know where these rules came from and why they're following them. People just automatically follow stuff like sheep without even asking themselves, what am I doing? Huh? Hold on. Where am I going? If you stop right now and spend 5 minutes after watching this video thinking about, are you really honestly living this life the way you feel like living it or not? You might just change your life next week. I'll see you in the next video on Friday because yes, I'm not skipping a single day. I'm not skipping a single day because this YouTube channel is the single most important thing in my life right now. I'll see you in the next one and have a good day. Bye.